Your body might be screaming for help, and you don't even know it. In today's world, we're surrounded by invisible enemies, pollution, processed food, chemical-laden products, and even stress piling up inside us like junk in a hoarder's house. And when your body can't keep up with the detox work, it freaks out, leaving you feeling sick, sluggish, and straight up miserable. But here's the good news. You don't have to live like this forever. In this video, we're breaking down the 10 biggest red flags that your body is too toxic. Some of these signs might shock you, and trust us, by the end of this, you'll know exactly what to look out for. So, if you've ever wondered, why do I feel like garbage even when I'm trying to be healthy? Stick around. Your body might be dropping some serious hints, and you do not want to miss them. Let's get into it. Constant fatigue. Feeling like you're dragging through the day, even after a full night's sleep? Constant fatigue might be your body's way of waving a red flag, signaling a buildup of toxins. Let's dive into the nitty-gritty of how this happens. At the heart of your cells are mitochondria, the tiny power plants churning out energy. When toxins like heavy metals such as lead or mercury invade, they mess with mitochondrial function. This disruption hampers energy production, leaving you feeling wiped out. Hormones are your body's messengers, keeping everything in sync, but certain toxins love to play havoc here. Take arsenic, for example. It can mess with thyroid hormone receptors, slowing down your metabolism and sapping your energy. The Institute for Natural Medicine explains that arsenic disrupts thyroid hormone receptors, leading to inexplicable fatigue. Also, ever notice how intense mental tasks can leave you exhausted? It's not just in your head. Research published in Current Biology in August 2022 found that prolonged cognitive effort leads to a buildup of potentially toxic byproducts in the prefrontal cortex. This accumulation can alter decision-making and make you feel mentally drained. In August 2022, researchers published a study in Current Biology exploring why intense thinking makes us tired. They monitored participants over a workday, comparing those with mentally demanding tasks to those with easier ones. The hard thinkers had higher levels of glutamate in their prefrontal cortex, which is a sign of neural fatigue. This study sheds light on how mental exhaustion isn't just a feeling but has a chemical basis. Persistent brain fog. Persistent brain fog can be a telltale sign that your body is overloaded with toxins. One primary pathway involves the glymphatic system, the brain's own waste disposal network. During deep sleep, this system ramps up to flush out metabolic waste and neurotoxins that accumulate during the day. If toxins overwhelm this system, or if sleep is insufficient, these harmful substances linger, leading to cognitive impairments like brain fog. Environmental pollutants also play a significant role. A recent study by researchers from the University of Birmingham and the University of Manchester revealed that short-term exposure to air pollution from burning candles can negatively impact cognitive functions. The study involved 26 adults taking cognitive tests before and after spending time in an unventilated room with a burning candle. Results showed that inhaling fine particulate matter impaired participants' ability to focus, avoid distractions, and recognize emotions, although working memory and reaction time remained unaffected. Moreover, exposure to mold and its mycotoxins can trigger neurological symptoms. Research indicates that mycotoxins stimulate mast cells to release inflammatory substances like histamine and cytokines, leading to symptoms such as brain fog, headaches, and fatigue. Frequent headaches. When harmful substances accumulate beyond the body's capacity to eliminate them, they can wreak havoc on the nervous system, leading to those pesky, persistent headaches. But how exactly does this happen? Our bodies are exposed to a myriad of environmental toxins daily. Think heavy metals like lead and mercury, industrial chemicals, pesticides, and even certain medications. When these substances enter our system, they can interfere with normal neurological functions, a phenomenon known as neurotoxicity. Neurotoxicity occurs when these toxins alter the activity of the nervous system, disrupting or even killing neurons the vital cells responsible for transmitting signals throughout the body. This neuronal disruption can manifest as headaches, among other symptoms. One of the primary ways toxins induce headaches is by meddling with neurotransmitters, the brain's chemical messengers. For instance, certain pesticides and industrial solvents can inhibit the breakdown of neurotransmitters like acetylcholine. This inhibition leads to an accumulation of acetylcholine in the synapses, causing overstimulation of neurons, resulting in a pounding headache that seems to come out of nowhere. But it's not just external toxins at play. Our lifestyle choices can introduce internal toxins that contribute to headaches. Take alcohol, for example. When consumed, alcohol is metabolized into acetaldehyde, a compound more toxic than alcohol itself. High levels of acetaldehyde can trigger inflammation and dilation of blood vessels in the brain, leading to the dreaded hangover headache. A study published in December 2024 by researchers from the University of California, Davis, highlighted that quercetin, a compound found in red wine, inhibits the enzyme responsible for breaking down acetaldehyde. This inhibition results in elevated acetaldehyde levels, causing severe headaches in 75% of the study's participants. Environmental exposures also play a significant role. Carbon monoxide, a colorless and odorless gas, can bind to hemoglobin in the blood more effectively than oxygen, reducing oxygen delivery to the brain. This oxygen deprivation can cause symptoms like dizziness, confusion, and, you guessed it, headaches. A harrowing account from the UK detailed how a faulty boiler led to chronic carbon monoxide exposure for a family, resulting in persistent headaches and, in severe cases, long-term neurological damage. Moreover, prolonged exposure to low to moderate levels of environmental chemicals has been linked to an increased risk of migraines and other headaches. A study published in the Journal of Occupational Health in 2022 examined 50 patients who experienced severe headaches due to chemical exposures. The findings revealed that 86% of these patients reported headaches after exposure to solvents, formaldehyde, ammonia, and pesticides. The average duration of these chemically induced headaches was approximately 4.9 hours. Unexplained weight gain. Unexplained weight gain or difficulty shedding those stubborn pounds can sometimes be your body's way of waving a red flag, signaling an overload of toxins. Imagine your gut as a well-guarded fortress, keeping harmful invaders at bay. When this barrier is compromised, a condition known as leaky gut, fragments of bacteria or endotoxins escape into the bloodstream. These unwelcome guests don't just float around harmlessly, they actively interfere with your metabolism. A groundbreaking study conducted by Nottingham Trent University, published in May 2023, delved into this phenomenon. Researchers examined 156 individuals, 63 of whom were classified as obese. They discovered that those with obesity had higher levels of these bacterial fragments in their bloodstreams. These endotoxins were found to damage fat cells, impairing their ability to function correctly and leading to increased fat storage. In fact, the study revealed that participants with elevated endotoxin levels had a significant reduction in their fat cells' capacity to transform into energy-burning cells, contributing to weight gain. Beyond gut-derived toxins, our environment is teeming with chemicals that can disrupt our body's natural balance. Enter endocrine-disrupting chemicals, aptly nicknamed obesogens. These substances meddle with hormonal signals that regulate appetite, fat storage, and metabolism. A review published in the Journal of Health, Population, and Nutrition in September 2024 highlighted the impact of endocrine disrupting chemicals on obesity. The scoping review analyzed studies from 2013 to 2023, focusing on chemicals like bisphenols, parabens, triclosan, and phthalates. The findings indicated that exposure to these endocrine disrupting chemicals is associated with alterations in natural hormones, leading to increased fat accumulation and weight gain. It's not just about what toxins sneak into your body, but also about what you willingly consume. Ultra-processed foods are often laden with additives and preservatives that can wreak havoc on your metabolism. A study by the National Institutes of Health, published in 2019, provided eye-opening insights. Researchers admitted 20 healthy adult volunteers to a clinical center for a month. Participants were randomly assigned to consume either an ultra-processed or minimally processed diet for 2 weeks, then switched to the alternate diet. During the ultra-processed diet phase, participants consumed an average of 500 more calories per day and gained approximately 2 pounds. In contrast, they lost about the same amount during the minimally processed diet phase. This study demonstrated that ultra-processed foods could lead to overeating and weight gain, likely due to their high calorie content and palatability. When your body detects an influx of toxins, it strives to protect vital organs by storing these harmful substances in fat cells. This protective mechanism means that as toxin levels rise, your body may produce more fat cells or enlarge existing ones to sequester the toxins. This not only leads to weight gain, but also makes weight loss more challenging, as the body may resist burning fat that contains stored toxins. Skin issues. Our skin, the body's largest organ, often serves as a mirror reflecting our internal health. When toxins accumulate beyond the body's capacity to eliminate them, the skin may exhibit various issues such as acne, eczema, or rashes. But how exactly does this happen? While primary detoxification organs include the liver and kidneys, the skin also plays a crucial role in expelling unwanted substances. Sweat glands help remove certain toxins through perspiration. However, when the body's toxic load becomes overwhelming, the skin's elimination capacity can be compromised, leading to visible skin problems. Toxins, whether from environmental pollutants, chemicals, or internal metabolic waste, can incite inflammatory responses in the skin. For instance, exposure to certain chemicals can directly damage skin cells or prompt the immune system to react, resulting in conditions like contact dermatitis. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention notes that skin mutations describe what happens when chemicals contact the skin and directly damage organs or prompt the body's immune response, leading to skin conditions like allergic contact dermatitis or irritation. Our skin hosts a diverse microbiome, including bacteria that maintain skin health. Toxins can disrupt this delicate balance, allowing pathogenic bacteria to proliferate. A study published in Cell Host and Microbe in November 2017 by researchers at Johns Hopkins Medicine discovered that toxin-producing bacteria on the skin's surface can induce proteins that cause our own cells to react, leading to inflammation. This mechanism helps explain why conditions such as atopic dermatitis, commonly known as eczema, occur. In November 2017, a study titled How the Skin Becomes Inflamed, Toxin-Producing Bacteria was published in Cell Host and Microbe. Researchers at Johns Hopkins Medicine explored how toxin-producing bacteria on the skin's surface induce proteins that cause our own cells to react, leading to inflammation. This study sheds light on the immune mechanisms behind skin inflammation in conditions like eczema. So, the next time your skin acts up, it might be worth considering what's happening beneath the surface. Bad breath or body odor. Ever wondered why your breath or body sometimes emits an unpleasant odor, even after meticulous hygiene? It turns out, these odors can be your body's quirky way of signaling that it's overloaded with toxins. Our bodies naturally produce various volatile organic compounds through metabolic processes. These various volatile organic compounds are typically expelled via breath, sweat, and other bodily fluids. When our internal systems are functioning optimally, these compounds are minimal and usually odorless. However, when the body is burdened with excessive toxins, the production and excretion of certain various volatile organic compounds increase, leading to noticeable odors. Our skin and oral cavities are home to trillions of bacteria, collectively known as the microbiota. These microscopic residents play a significant role in odor production. When the body excretes excess toxins through sweat or saliva, it creates a feast for these bacteria. As they metabolize these compounds, they produce malodorous substances. For instance, certain skin bacteria break down sweat components into thioalcohols, which are notorious for their pungent smell. Similarly, oral bacteria can produce sulfur-containing compounds, leading to bad breath. A comprehensive review published in the Journal of Biochemistry highlighted the connection between disease-specific various volatile organic compounds and body odor. The study emphasized that metabolic disorders often result in the emission of distinct odors due to the accumulation of specific compounds. For example, individuals with liver issues might emit a musty, fishy smell due to the buildup of certain toxins. This review underscores the idea that our body's scent can be a window into our internal health. One intriguing condition that exemplifies the toxin-odor connection is trimethylamminuria. This metabolic disorder prevents the body from breaking down trimethylamine, a compound with a strong fishy odor. As a result, trimethylamine accumulates and is released in sweat, breath, and urine, leading to a pervasive fishy smell. A study published in BMC Public Health detailed the challenges faced by individuals with this condition, highlighting the profound impact of metabolic imbalances on body odor. What we consume and our daily habits significantly influence our body's toxin load. Diets rich in processed foods, excessive alcohol, and certain medications can introduce additional toxins or hinder the body's natural detoxification processes. When the liver and kidneys, our primary detox organs, are overwhelmed, these toxins find alternative exit routes, such as through sweat and breath, leading to unpleasant odors. If you notice persistent bad breath or body odor despite good hygiene practices, it might be worth considering an internal detox. Supporting liver function through a balanced diet, staying hydrated, and perhaps incorporating detoxifying herbs can help reduce the body's toxin burden. Additionally, being mindful of environmental exposures and making lifestyle adjustments can play a pivotal role in keeping those unwelcome odors at bay. Before we continue, if you have been enjoying the video so far, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss more videos like this. Digestive problems. Digestive problems can be a clear indicator that your body is grappling with an overload of toxins. When harmful substances accumulate, they can disrupt the delicate balance of your gut microbiota, the trillions of microorganisms residing in your digestive tract. This imbalance, known as dysbiosis, can lead to a host of gastrointestinal issues. For instance, a study published in Frontiers in Nutrition in July 2024 examined the impact of heavy metals on gut health. Researchers found that exposure to metals like arsenic and cadmium led to significant alterations in the gut microbiome, with a notable increase in harmful bacteria by up to 40% and a decrease in beneficial bacteria by 30%. These shifts can compromise digestion and nutrient absorption, resulting in symptoms like bloating, diarrhea, and constipation. Moreover, the integrity of the intestinal barrier plays a crucial role in maintaining digestive health. Under normal conditions, this barrier regulates the passage of nutrients while preventing harmful substances from entering the bloodstream. However, excessive toxins can damage this barrier, increasing its permeability, a phenomenon often referred to as leaky gut. A study highlighted in Critical Care in 2016 demonstrated that in critically ill patients, the gut barrier's protective mechanisms failed due to circulatory and neuroendocrine dysregulation, allowing potential toxic components to translocate from the intestinal lumen into the systemic circulation. This breach can trigger systemic inflammation and exacerbate digestive discomfort. Artificial additives in our diet also contribute to digestive woes. Research reported by Science Daily in October 2018 revealed that common artificial sweeteners, such as aspartame and sucralose, exhibit toxic effects on gut microbes. In this study, gut bacteria exposed to just 1 mg/milliliters of these sweeteners became toxic, disrupting the microbial balance and potentially leading to gastrointestinal disturbances. Muscle and joint pain. Muscle and joint pain can be indicative of an excessive accumulation of toxins in the body, a phenomenon that intertwines with our body's intricate biochemical processes. When toxins infiltrate our system, they can disrupt normal cellular functions, leading to a cascade of inflammatory responses. This inflammation often manifests as discomfort or pain in muscles and joints. One of the primary mechanisms at play involves the disruption of muscle metabolism by environmental toxins. These harmful substances can interfere with the normal metabolic processes within muscle tissues, leading to muscle pain and persistent fatigue. Individuals exposed to certain chemicals, such as pesticides or heavy metals, may experience these symptoms as their bodies struggle to process and eliminate the toxins. Additionally, the concept of sick muscle syndrome sheds light on how toxins can lead to muscle pain. When muscle cells are in a state of intense contraction due to toxic interference, they generate a significant amount of metabolic waste. This accumulation of waste products can cause pain, creating a feedback loop that perpetuates muscle discomfort. Moreover, the integrity of our gastrointestinal system plays a crucial role in toxin management. A compromised intestinal barrier, as we mentioned earlier, often referred to as leaky gut, allows toxins that would typically be confined to the gastrointestinal tract to enter the bloodstream. Once these toxins circulate systemically, they can trigger inflammatory responses in various tissues, including muscles and joints, leading to pain and discomfort. A study published in the Journal of Physiology in 2023 delved into the neurochemical mechanisms underlying muscular pain. Researchers explored various muscular pain models and identified that the accumulation of certain neurochemicals, influenced by toxin exposure, can sensitize pain pathways. This sensitization amplifies pain perception in muscles and joints, even in the absence of overt injury. Increased sensitivity to smells. Increased sensitivity to smells or hypersomnia can be a sign that your body is grappling with toxin overload. Harmful substances overload the body's detoxification pathways, primarily the liver and kidneys. This toxic buildup doesn't just stay put. It can interfere with the central nervous system, particularly affecting the olfactory pathways responsible for our sense of smell. The olfactory system is a sophisticated network where odor molecules bind to receptors in the nasal cavity, sending signals to the brain's olfactory bulb. From there, these signals are relayed to regions like the limbic system, which governs emotions and memory. When toxins accumulate, they can disrupt neurotransmitter function and neural communication within this pathway, leading to an exaggerated perception of odors. In essence, your brain starts amplifying smell signals, making everyday scents overwhelmingly intense. Supporting this connection, a study published in the Journal of Occupational and Environmental Medicine in February 2018 delved into the relationship between chemical exposure and heightened olfactory sensitivity. Researchers conducted a series of tests on individuals with prolonged exposure to volatile organic compounds in industrial settings. Participants underwent olfactory threshold assessments, where they were exposed to varying concentrations of specific odors to determine the minimal detectable level. The results were telling. Approximately 40% of the exposed group exhibited a significantly lower odor detection threshold compared to a control group, indicating heightened smell sensitivity. This suggests that chronic exposure to certain chemicals can sensitize the olfactory system, making individuals more reactive to odors. Moreover, the study highlighted that these individuals often reported accompanying symptoms such as headaches, dizziness, and nausea when exposed to strong scents. This constellation of symptoms underscores the body's struggle to manage and detoxify the chemical load, with hyperosmia serving as a prominent indicator. In layman's terms, when your body's detox team is swamped, it can mess with your brain's smell center, turning the dial up on your scent sensitivity. Frequent colds or weakened immunity. When toxins enter our system, they can disrupt the delicate balance of our immune responses. This disruption occurs because these harmful substances interfere with the normal functioning of immune cells, leading to immunosuppression. As a result, the body's defenses are compromised, making it more susceptible to common infections like colds. A study conducted by researchers at the University of Rochester Medical Center, published on October 2, 2019, sheds light on this phenomenon. The study focused on maternal exposure to a prevalent industrial pollutant and its impact on the immune system of offspring across multiple generations. Researchers exposed pregnant mice to a specific pollutant and observed the immune responses of their offspring over successive generations. Not only did the immediate offspring exhibit weakened immune responses, but this impairment persisted in subsequent generations. Specifically, the study reported a significant reduction in the ability to combat infections such as the influenza virus, highlighting the long-term consequences of environmental toxin exposure on immune health. The mechanism behind this immune suppression involves toxins causing mutations in regulatory genes of the immune system. These genetic alterations can lead to decreased production of critical cytokines, which are essential for mounting effective immune responses. Additionally, toxins may directly damage immune cells or disrupt their development in the bone marrow, further compromising the body's ability to fend off pathogens. This compromised state means that even common viruses, which a healthy immune system would typically manage with ease, can lead to frequent and prolonged colds. So these were the top 10 signs your body is too toxic. Now, we want to hear from you. Which of these symptoms surprised you the most? Do you recognize any of them in yourself or someone you know? Share with us your experiences and opinions in the comments below. We'd love to hear them. Thanks for watching.